Hello and welcome. Today I will tell you the answer to the question, why is there no sound in space? In the movies, we hear big space battles, explosions, and engine sounds, but in real life, space is a sea of complete silence. So why? Let's discover this together. How does sound spread? First, we need to understand how sound works. Sound is actually a wave consisting of vibrations. When you touch a guitar string, the string vibrates and moves the air molecules around it. When these vibrations reach our eardrums, they are perceived as sound. However, there is an important detail here. Sound needs a medium to spread. In other words, sound waves can spread in air, water, or a solid substance. If there is no matter in the medium, there is nothing for sound to be transmitted. Space and the absence of sound. Now let's adapt this to space. Space is almost a completely empty medium. Although there are stars, planets, and nebulas, the density of molecules in the large gaps between 2 points is incredibly low. While sound is transmitted on Earth through molecules in the air, these molecules are almost non-existent in space. That's why sound waves cannot propagate in space and a deep silence prevails. Is it possible to talk in space? So, if an astronaut takes off his helmet in space and shouts, "Can we hear him?" No, because there are no air molecules outside the helmet to carry sound waves, but astronauts can still communicate, right? This is where technology comes into play. Astronauts communicate with radio waves. Radio waves are electromagnetic waves and do not need air to propagate. These waves can easily travel in space and reach the control center on Earth. In other words, there is no sound in space, but astronauts can talk thanks to radio waves. So, is there no sound in space? The answer to this question can be, interestingly, yes and no. In the depths of space, there are very few gas and dust clouds in some regions. For example, scientists have discovered that low-frequency sound waves occur in the centers of galaxies. However, these sounds are so low frequency that it is impossible for us to hear them with the human ear. For example, NASA has detected a type of sound wave emitted from black holes in the Perseus galaxy cluster. However, this sound wave vibrates at a frequency too low for the human ear to perceive. Why are there space sounds in movies? When we watch science fiction movies, we hear huge space battles, explosions, and engine sounds. However, real science tells us that this is not possible. So why is it done this way? The biggest reason for this is the viewer experience. If the movies were completely silent, the action scenes would not be exciting enough. So filmmakers add sound effects to increase the dramatic effect. However, some science fiction movies are more faithful to real physics. For example, in the movie 2001, A Space Odyssey, space scenes are completely silent, giving the audience a more realistic experience. Conclusion: space is where silence meets infinity. As a result, there is no sound in space because there is no necessary medium for the sound to propagate. So if you were in space and tried to shout at a friend next to you, they wouldn't be able to hear you. However, thanks to radio waves and modern technology, astronauts can transmit their voices to Earth. Scientists can also detect the presence of sound waves in some areas, but it is not possible to hear them with the human ear. Space is a fascinating place, not only with its infinity, but also with its silence. If you are interested in such scientific topics, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video. See you on the next expedition.